Rivers now to throw on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Rivers. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7. Bears nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
21-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
It's a game
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And it's caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The number 13.
You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Colts 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 7.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The extra point.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
For a 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Gibson brought him down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 47 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Bears 21, Colts 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, and it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Around 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the...
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down, Colts.
A first down throw here for Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And the Colts
on first and 10, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. To throw again, Rivers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
He is good.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup of 38.
First and 10.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Allen Robinson.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there, keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So they'd converted their first 2 4th-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
1-yard line.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second down, Rivers again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Rivers eluding the pressure right. He's going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bears 38, Colts 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Again, it's Cohen. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Cohen.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Watch out.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A gain of 9 yards. And the Colts first down.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
2nd down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rivers now from the 50. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
He is good.
Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
On the play. First down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Today's final score, Bears.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And